Yes, people. Welcome to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. And like I start every single show on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, as well as the Twitch, big up to everybody who's supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity. It's much appreciated and it does not go unnoticed in it. So large up all of you. I genuinely mean that. So big up to everyone who be watching live and be in the comments, people who be watching live and have it on in the background, people who watch the shows back afterwards, people who listen on the audio platforms, whether it's SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to podcasts, is much appreciated. And you lot really help the channel and the brand and my individual brand continue to grow, man. Every day, more views, more followers, and it does not go unnoticed. I see new names in the comments alongside the regulars all the time as well, and you lot just continue to support all the shows. We do go live every day on each as well, on the YouTube and the Twitch. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule on the YouTube, and that is your Sarcasm City TV guide. Same for the Twitch as well. There's an upcoming live stream schedule, lets you know all the shows that are coming up. So yeah, here's the ManDem United podcast before, and for those that haven't seen the show before, it is a podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep your comments and questions Manchester United related, please. I'm not joined by my fellow co-host Zeno. He is not ducking in it. He is actually just handling business, life stuff in it, which is much bigger than this and football, but large up Zeno every single time. But I am joined by a very, very special guest, someone you lot have seen here. He's been here quite frequently a lot, innit? Hilarious Donny. Football knowledge is fantastic. His analogies bang as well. And I did tell him when he came on here that he was going to be on here a lot more often, innit? And I did keep my promise. Man like Ivorian is in the building. What are you telling me? Mr. Red United TV. What's good?
I'm good, bro. Big ups to everyone that's tuning us. Of course, those who are watching, make sure you smash a like, subscribe as well.
Yes.
Of course, we have to pay homage to the fans, the guys who support our channel as well. But I'm doing good. As a human being, I'm doing good. As a Manchester United fan, that's how I feel, bro.
Yep.
But
we gonna get
big
into all
ups
of that.
to you having me again, man. It's a pleasure again. I love being here, man. I love being here. Big ups to you, Flawless, man. And Flawless, how you been, bro? Like, how have you been?
I'm good. Like, similar to you, outside of like we was talking before we went on air, before we went live, outside of Manchester United, I'm good. Can't complain in it. Life is blessed. People's blessed. Everyone around me is good. Everybody prospering in this space as well. And then it just comes to Manchester United, and we're going to get into that. Of course, there'll be questions in regards to Conte going to Spurs, which is a hot topic. So we'll get into all of that. But yeah, mine is Manchester United. I'm good, and we are gonna do a breakdown of everything. Obviously, we'll talk about the Spurs game. We got Atalanta coming up. There will be a watch along on this channel tonight for that as well, people. Conte to Spurs. Does Oli last a month, etc., because obviously I've said a lot on that and I still stand by it, but we will get to all of that. Large up to Kind of Devil, who says big up Flawless, big up to you. Daniel says big up my guy Flawless in the chat. Again, big up. Kind of Devil says big up Ivorian. And just says big up to the boys. Sad time to be a United fan. It really, really is. All right, let's get into it anyway, Ivorian. We'll start with the win against Spurs. So your thoughts going into the game, like how did you think we'd fare? Did you realize Spurs were that bad? Because I personally had no idea. And the result, etc. Like, I had no idea Spurs were that bad. I had Eleanor telling me and Spurs fans telling me how bad they was. I'm like, it can't be that bad. And I watched that game and I was like, I understand why you lot want this manager out. If that's what you're watching week in, week out, because they were as bad as we are, they're worse than us. And there's no wonder that he lost El Sakiko and actually got sacked. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? Yeah, when the game was arising, as a Manchester United fan, of course, I was in my ways, just like all of you Manchester United fans, wanting to know, should I go in that match hoping that we should win, or do I want to lose because of Oli? If we lose, we'll actually see what would happen to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But that's not the case, man. It never really happened. I thought to myself, we're gonna go to White Hart Lane. I thought we was bad. I thought we was bad in form, but I never thought that Tottenham was that bad as well in form. I thought Tottenham would pipe us. I was asking Tottenham to do us a favor, but they failed to do that. In that match, what can you say? The man switched up to 5 at the back, threw away everything that he believes in, youth, courage, and success, and then put the pensioners on to play the game, the players that he trusts. It's 5 at the back, against Tottenham, who are actually horrible, who haven't been in best forms. Like, it makes no sense. You're really going to go defensive against the Spurs side. He did that. We end up winning. But the match itself, completely shit and boring. You know, yes, we scored goals. Again, I can also say individual brilliance at its best as well that won us the game, and mistakes, poor defensive positioning by Spurs as well, giving the ball away for us to actually capitalize and score these goals. But the match in general, guys, it was a shit game, even though we won 3-0, man. Yeah, I'm happy for the 3 points, but it's bittersweet for me because I really wanted us to lose so we can win, you know. But it is what it is, isn't it? Like, I want the 3 points. I'm a Manchester United fan. I don't want to spend another week complaining and doing match reactions, just venting so people can just laugh at me and all that stuff, yeah? So I was happy for that win, man. And it just says it all, man. We've won. Look at the situation that we're in. We're not going to get what we want now, you know? Because Man United truly don't care. They said it all. Like, for them to go throughout that whole week, pondering and wondering whether to sack Ollie. And I've asked myself, I wanted to be the fly in the wall to actually hear their conversation and hear the shit that they have to compare him to. I wanted to know the advantages and disadvantages because I truly feel like the disadvantages overweighs the advantage of keeping Ollie, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So 100%. I like to know, like, what did they argue about? Did people throw fists at each other? You know, did someone grab someone by the neck and say, nah, bro, we're keeping Ollie? I really wanted to know. And with that whole what's her name? What's his name? Fergie situation. Who believes that Fergie woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning, kissed Kathy goodbye at 8 o'clock in the morning, kissed his grandchild goodbye, and said that granddad will be back later on for a suit, for tailoring? Who does tailoring at 8 o'clock in the morning? Who attends a tailoring appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I hear you, brother. Keep going. I hear
you. Spinning these stories, you know. Oh, Neil Ashton, bro. I never believed it. No one can believe that. Ferguson did. Ferguson's an old man. In fact, Ferguson is Alex Ferguson. The tailor comes to him. He don't go to Manchester United. So who could believe that story? But it just says it all, Flawless, man. It really does says it all of Manchester United's ambition. Like at this moment, I'm at my lowest point. I'm really fed up. I threw my white flag for Ollie out now. It's done. We're done. We've lost this fight. Like
we go get into that. I don't think we've lost the fight, but we are gonna get into all that. Just the kind of devil who says, "Wait, we're playing tonight." Yes, we're playing Atalanta tonight. This is how disinterested people are. Is the fact we're playing tonight and we're not fussed. We scored. We won 3-0 against Spurs, and I just wasn't bothered. Like, because I know in the long term it doesn't change anything. In the long term, I never want us to lose. Let me reiterate that again. I'm not one of the fans out here who want Manchester United to go into games and lose. However, I understand that rhetoric. I say it all the time. Short-term pain for long-term gain. So I fully understand as to why people would want us to lose that game. And if he loses El Sakiko, does he get sacked? Possibly. I still think he doesn't last a month. Like I said, I could see us drawing or losing today, and I think we get packed by City and he could be gone. I can see that happening, regardless of he supposedly had 3 games to save his job, including the Spurs one. But I can still see him going. If we lose tonight badly, which then puts our Champions League hopes in jeopardy because we play Atalanta and Villarreal have young boys. So say Atalanta beat us and Villarreal win. Let me check the group. I think they're right close to us. I'm literally gonna have a look now. One second.
Are we sitting top or first?
We're top currently. Yeah, we're top right now. So we're top currently on. I'll tell you now. 1 second. I'm just pulling up the table. So we currently sit top on 6 points. Villarreal are on 4 points. Atalanta are on 4 points. So if we lose today, we could be third because Atalanta will go above us, and you would expect Villarreal to beat Young Boys. So they'll both be on 7 points each, and we'll be on 6 points. Yes, we have to play Young Boys again at home, but then we got to go away to Villarreal and maybe get a result. So it's like I could see them if we lose today and then get packed by City, which I believe will happen. I could see him going. He don't last a month. I said it from the jump. I think it's this international break coming up that he will go. So I don't think all is lost. Yeah, I think Ole just swung. He just hit us with a knockdown, Deontay Wilder style after the Spurs one. What you reckon he's staying?
I reckon he's staying, but I've been feeling like Deontay. I've been Deontay Wilder by Manchester United several times, bro. You get me? To the extent that we don't even speak no more. You know, we don't even say you're the best or anything like that. No, do you really think that? Because I don't know. Because Conte today, as you've seen, guys, the news, Conte has finally decided to join Spurs.
Talk about it.
Of course, our board were reluctant to get Conte because why? They wanted a yes man. They didn't want someone that challenged them and comes up to the office and say, "Why is your coaching shit? Why is your training pitch X, Y, and Z? Why is your swimming pool taking so long to get fixed?" They don't want someone like that. They want someone to be like, yeah, yes, and yes. Whatever you say, boss. Okay, boss. Yeah, you want it that way? You want me to bend over for you? Yeah. How do you like your dick sucked, boss, in the morning? That's the type of shit that they want. you know. And I ain't for that, man. And they wouldn't want Conte. It surprises me, even though I personally weren't in. I don't know how you feel, but I weren't really in favor for Conte. I wasn't aroused. I didn't feel anything about Conte because I just saw Conte as Jose Mourinho 2.0, and I'm tired of having defensive, pragmatic style managers for the last three managers were defensive, pragmatic, lack of attack, except for LVG, because I saw something with LVG, and to this day I'm like, I kind of regret the fact that Manchester United sacked LVG because all he needed was his players to take it to the next level. Top players take it to I saw what he was trying to do. I understand that the football at times it was boring and we had a lot of 0-0 at
we had so many draws, man.
But I saw it, like we kept the ball. There was times against big games in big teams against Chelsea. We had 60% of the ball, but we did lose the game. But I saw something. We won the FA Cup. I saw a team, if the following season they invest in top quality players that can play in the actual position and actually demonstrate the philosophy of LVG, then yeah, we would have been a top side. I genuinely believe that. Because he came here he didn't come in just to be here. He came in to give us his philosophy. And what did we do? We threw it out the bin and brought in Jose Mourinho, who changed things around, made things defensive, and made us bitter and sour and made us shit. I'm just tired of this. Like I even had I had to go at my own friend for still saying Oli in, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
We'll win the Champions League because we got Ronaldo. I had a hissy fit. I went mad. I called him all sorts of names. You know, that's how upset I am. The fact that he thinks because of having Cristiano Ronaldo and being blinded to the rest of the situation that some of these top red fans are, they're blinded to the situation that Manchester United are not good. Stevie Wonder told me Manchester United are shit and Ole Gunnar shit. So if he can tell me that, and he's blind and he can't see jack shit, what the hell are these guys seeing, bro, in the management office board, man? For this, I'm tired of talking about this situation. I'm actually tired of people saying, well, who are we going to get? No,
who cares? You know what? We'll cross I say this all the time. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Conte wasn't my first choice. However, would I have happily accepted Conte at Manchester United? Absolutely. Does he have deficiencies and things I don't like? Yes. Do I know it all ends in tears with Conte? Yes, because we've seen Conte leave Chelsea. We've seen him leave Inter Milan. However, I believe he would have been successful here. I think any manager of any sort of quality is successful at Manchester United with the current squad we have. I'm not saying we win back-to-back Premier Leagues or we win Champions League. What I'm saying is, number one, we play better football, and two, we actually compete. We challenge with a quality manager, not necessarily win. I just want to be, again, I say this all the time, I just want to be in the conversation. Then once we're in the conversation, that's when we can deal with it. People are like, oh, who do we get after Oli? I'm not even thinking that far ahead. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's just get rid of Oli first and foremost. But before I continue, big up to Bits and Bobs, who says, we inside, big up my brothers. Large up Drizzy Des as well, who says, I hate Oli more than my ex-girlfriend. Right now, it's just vibes for me. If the boards are not careful, the dressing room will get toxic fast. First and foremost, Drizzy Des, big up for the super chat. Again, people, if you want your comment to take priority or your question, super chat, and I will skip to it like I have done with Drizzy Des. I understand why you would hate Oli. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not hating, but I strongly dislike him now. It's turned to dislike. And it's very rare that I dislike a manager because I can separate the football from you as a person. But I'm not saying I dislike him as a person because I don't know him. As a manager, I dislike him. That's what I'll say. Let me clear that up. I dislike him strongly as a manager because why can you not see that you're not good enough? Where's your self-awareness? You get packed 5-0 at home to Liverpool and the Liverpool fans are singing Ollie's at the wheel. Get me? Preston played somebody. Preston North End, who are in the Championship, their fans are singing Ollie's at the wheel. Manchester City fans are singing Ollie's at the wheel. Where does self-awareness come in? That's what I want to know.
Because for your rival fans to be singing Ollie's at the wheel like and mocking you, as a owner, because I need to know now, as a owner, I'll be hugely embarrassed. And I want to know, are the Glazers in the Premier League owners WhatsApp group? Because if they was in that WhatsApp group and then they see the other owners mocking our team, saying that, you know, your team is shit, then maybe they probably realize, but they don't do that. Even speaking on Conte, I wasn't for him, but fam, this man brought Ashley Young's hair back. That says a lot to me, bro. He gave Ashley Young, he revived the hair. If he's able to do that, then he can make wonders at Manchester United, even though I wasn't for him, you know. And with the Oli thing, guys, I understand. If you hate more than your girlfriend, it's understandable. 3.5 years.
His ex, I get it.
3.5 years of just shitty management, inconsistent performances. It's like your girl giving you inconsistent sex and inconsistent good food.
Yeah, if you give me inconsistent good food, we got a problem.
Yeah, we got a problem in inconsistent sex. Like, this ain't Russian roulette.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got problems.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly. So, and that's what it's been with Oli. It's just inconsistencies. And these board owners, you know what, yeah? Flores, I'm tired of saying board owners. I mean, tired of saying the Glazers. Because I'll be honest with you guys, as much as you guys may not agree with this, is probably an unpopular opinion. The Glazers themselves, they are far away. They've given responsibility to Ed Woodward and those bankers to take charge. Yeah, they may not be aware of what's going on, or they might be aware, but they've invested. They've invested into the club, although they've taken a lot of money. But every season, they always try to back the manager. They gave us Ronaldo and Varane and said, you know what? You men think that we don't give a shit, even though we think that they don't give a shit. But they try to show that we actually do care. We just don't know nothing about soccer. So we gave it to Ed Woodward because we thought he knows a lot about soccer. But Ed Woodward knows money, bank, cha-ching and all that stuff. Nothing about the ball game. And that's where my problem is. My problem is with Matt George and Ed Woodward. For so many years, he's been a failure. He's a failure as a CEO.
Keep going from.
He's a failure as a CEO, guys. You know, I'll be honest with you. He's a failure as a CEO. He's hired 4 managers and he's failed several times. He is the problem. It's not the Glazers necessarily, although they haven't in fact what's it called? Invested in the stadium and etc. And not listened to the fans. They've sent us money. They've backed managers several times, but it's Ed Woodward. He hires them guys. He hires these managers. He knows they're not good enough. He goes by word of mouth. He doesn't even do research. Who hires managers without not doing research about the club's philosophy and the type of manager that you want? And yeah, big up Eddie. Yes, Ole Gunnar Glazers is the biggest problem. But again, I keep saying Glazers back us. Yeah, they back us in terms of funding, but they have no interest and they don't know nothing about football. So they leave it to the guys that they think know.
They suck. Don't get mistaken. The Glazers are a problem. Yeah, like no one is saying that. What I'm saying is the Glazers are not giving Oli and the Glazers are not giving the club the best possible chance to succeed. And that's the same with Oli with the players. He's not giving the players the best possible platform to succeed. So you work with what you have. You know what I'm saying? Are the Glazers a problem? Absolutely. Still Glazers out. 110%. Still Glazers out. Fuck him. But I'm still Oli out because he's not good. Even if we had perfect owners, even if we had Roman, we had the City owners, whoever you want to go get for owners, the perfect DOF, perfect CEO, whatever, perfect coaches, Oli is still not the guy. This is why he needs to be gone. This is how you eradicate problems. When you have multiple problems, you try, even if one problem is bigger than the other, you're still trying to eliminate them problems. You can have 5 problems, 3 of them major, 2 of them minor. If you can get rid of the 2 minor ones first, you still get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? You don't wait to get rid of the major problems, then the minor ones. Get rid of him. Oli's still a problem. Whether he's the biggest problem is a whole different conversation that me and Ivorian are not having. One thing I am saying is he's a major problem. To me, he's the sole reason we don't challenge. He's the sole reason we are not challenging right now. He's the sole reason we didn't challenge last season. This is why I'm so harsh on him. When I look at the teams Van Gaal and Mourinho had, were them 2 managers problems? To me, yes. But the squad was also a problem. This squad can compete. There's no way that's a United's team is a Champions League team in terms of it's a Champions League level. So we should win the Europa League when we drop into it. There's no way we should be getting packed 5-0 at home to Liverpool. I watched Brighton go away to Liverpool this past weekend. Brighton don't have anywhere near the team we have. And bopped Liverpool off the park at times and got a 2-2 draw at Anfield after being 2-0 down. So how come Brighton can do it? We can't do that. If we go 2-0 down at Anfield, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Show's over. We went 1-0 down to Young Boys and the show was over. So don't give me that. Brighton don't have nowhere near the players we have. Their squad is nowhere near our level. There isn't one Brighton player we're taking. Maybe Lamptey. That's it. Lamptey and Basuma are the only 2. Legit. And those 2 haven't been playing this season. Lamptey's been injured for the longest. That's my whole point. That's why I'm sticking on Oli so much, because you have the tools available. Perfect squad, no, but it's good enough to compete. How come West Ham look better than us? What is going on? Everybody looks better than us. It does.
Absolutely.
We get through some of these as well. Canadevil says Conte would have waited if he knew he could possibly get the United job. The fact he joined Spurs so quick is worrying. Nah, that's just because they reassured him. Spurs went in for him. This is why when people say, oh, Zidane won't come into Manchester United, I'm like, yes, he would. Because 2-3 months ago, Spurs approached Conte and Conte said no. They've gone back. Clearly, they've reassured him about some things. They put a few more zeros on the contract. They probably bumped up his transfer budget, and that's why.
Exactly so. Exactly so. No, I was going to just add to that. Yes, you're right. Because again, before September, man said no. They looked at the deal, said this is what we offered him. He said no. We have to give him an improved offer and just give him what he wants. We need to bend over for him and give him what he wants. And they've done that. Look how quick they've done this, you know. Spurs are more ruthless and more ambitious than we are in the last 5-6 years. Like, Danny Levy being sacking manager because he wants to win a trophy, you know. Honestly speaking, have our owners or our CEOs fired any manager because he wants to win a trophy? No, he hasn't. He's only fired them because he's been forced to, you know. When a situation got out of his hand, he had to. Look at the whole Mourinho situation. He didn't know what to do. You know what to do. He's fired Oli. I mean, he fired. Oh, I wish he fired Mourinho, and then for a good 2 weeks, a good week, he didn't know what to do. We brought in Oli out of nowhere, which I was like, what? Where did scrub come from? And then still pondering who to find, because at that moment they were like, they're gonna look and search for the right manager, and because he couldn't even find the right manager, they didn't know what to do. They ended up hiring Oli because of some number 5 legend from Manchester United, you know, started singing Oli at the wheel, give him the contract on BT Sport, and that it was a wrap from there, man. It was a wrap for them. And I would like to let everyone know that even me, I saw the signs of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer even when we was winning. The football that I saw, yes, it was nice, yes. You know, when you've been treated badly in life, and then someone else comes to you and they're giving you good stuff, like, all right, it's not the best, but you're like, bro, this is better than what I was used to.
They just go and shop and asking you if you want anything. That's a step. Exactly so. They just go and shop and say, do you want anything?
Different.
That's it.
Like, no one's ever asked me if I ever wanted.
No one's ever asked me before. Yeah, never. That's what it is, because we've been treated so bad. You know what I'm saying? That never, our feelings were never taken into consideration. There was never no generosity our way. But now they go and shop saying, do you want anything? Or you want to cook you something? Just regular stuff. Yeah, that's literally what, because the bar's on the floor. That's why if the next manager that comes in, if he plays attacking football, I'm going to love him simply because I'm now going into games with hope. I'm now doing watch-alongs like, all right, let me watch the game. I got something to get excited for. We have a game today. I don't care. We played Liverpool. We played Liverpool last weekend. And that's the game. When the fixture list comes out, I always look Liverpool away, Liverpool at home. They're always the 2 fixtures I look for on the list first and foremost. We playing Liverpool. I didn't care. I took a nap. I woke up late. I didn't want to do it. I shout out to Eddie in the comments. I shouted Eddie and said, yo, Eddie, I woke up late. Can you start the thing without me? And he's like, yeah, bless. This is how disinterested I was. If it wasn't for you lot in the comments who like the watch-alongs, I would not do them. If everyone said, you know what, we don't want you to do United watch-alongs before anymore, I wouldn't do them. But they are popular. People like them. So therefore, I will continue to do it. But that's how disconnected and, again, emotionally detached. I've been on a vibes thing from the start of the season. And they're trying to kill my vibes. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to kill my vibes.
He's out here singing. What's it called, man? Kendrick
Lamar, yeah, man. Kill my vibe. And they're trying to do my best to kill my spirits and that. Big up Flawless, a man with flaws. Since now Conte is Spurs coach, who would you like as a replacement for Oli? I'm Oli in for good LFC fan. This should be, to everyone who's Oli in, notice that Marshall's a Liverpool fan saying that. Who's a replacement? I said Zidane. Zidane was my first choice, even when Conte was available. However, any list, Ivorian could give me his top 5. I'll probably accept all 5.
I'll take myself.
At least I'd like the vibes. I know it'd be a vibes thing.
I will tell you now. I'm about the possession-based total football 4-3-3. I'll give you guys what you want.
Let's go. I love that. Victorious FAT says, Flawless, what now? Are we screwed? No, because of the tough run of fixtures isn't over. We still have Atalanta today. Then we've got Manchester City. The break, we've got Watford. We've got Chelsea. We've got Arsenal. So it's not, I think Villarreal is in that mix as well. So it's not over. He could lose today. We could get packed by City. If he is still here miraculously after the international break, we still could lose to Watford, because they, like I said, yes, they got beat by Southampton, but I watched them against Everton. Very good. We could get beat by Chelsea. We will get beat by Chelsea if Ollie's in charge. And Arsenal could easily beat us, and Villarreal could beat us as well. So the only time we're screwed is, I said this in the group chat yesterday, if he survives this month, it's a wrap. If he's still here come December the 4th when we play Crystal Palace, show is over. He's here for the season. If he survives this run. But
you know what, Flores? The streets are saying that our board and was really impressed with the change in formation on the weekend. So if they were impressed with that, they even complimented the coaching stuff. So if they were really impressed with that, God knows, I am crying right now because I'm starting to think, right, they're really, I don't know how far up Ollie's arse are they in, bro? They're so far up Ollie's arse. Like, I need to understand the Glazers and Eduardo. You're so far up Ollie's arse that you can literally smell his farts and tell us what flavor it is and what the man's eating, bro. Man's gonna fart. You're gonna tell me that smells like chocolate. And the next fart will be, that smells like Bob's from the canteen's tea right there. You get me? Because I'm tired. Like, what do they see in Ollie?
Yeah.
What do they see in Ollie? I don't see anything.
I have no idea what they see.
I don't see anything.
Don't. Big up to Sharon says, big up guys and People's United and the got us sad to see. Men says, big up Flawless and everyone, hope you're doing well. Bits and Rob says, I think we're waiting for Poch. Here's the thing though, if Poch does win the Champions League, why would he leave them? But Series Kind of Devil says Poch was available at United in game, so if they do wait for him a second time, it's embarrassing. Yeah, like I don't understand that. Big up to Eddie as well. He says, you're not alone. My second job is
Paris and Manchester. Sorry.
It's cool. You're not alone. My second job has been cooking top reds and socials this week, and it's just getting started. They quiet, man. They hella quiet. Large up my guy Eddie as well. You know what I'm saying? Large up my guy. Ronan says, Flawless, you still confident Ollie can't survive a run of bad results? If you can survive 5-0 at home to Liverpool, you can survive anything surely. Nah, because I don't think the bad results is over. Today we could get beat. Like I said, we're gonna lose to City. We could lose to Watford. We're going to lose to Chelsea. We could lose to Arsenal. That's 5. If he loses, he gets no wins from them 5s and loses the majority, I think he's gone. I think he's still under pressure now. If he loses today and we're 3rd in the Champions League group and we get packed by City, 5-6-0, which could happen because City are more than capable of doing that to us, I think he's gone. And I stand by that. I stand by he don't last this month.
I really hope so because I just want to change, man. I really want to change because the way Manchester United are doing us dirty, they're treating me like the way Cat Slater treats Alfie Moon on EastEnders. If anyone watches it, cheats on him, he takes her back, cheats on him, he takes her back because he loves her so much. And this is what they're doing to us, bro. We love our team so much. Even when we say I'm not watching this game, we end up watching it. We're lying to ourselves, bro. You see what they've done to us, man. And this is what they want. Like, they're gonna be like, they're not gonna come. Watch them buy a next ticket because some next idiot from abroad from China will buy a ticket. And they'll be happy to go and watch Manchester United because it's a day trip for them, you know. It's the best thing in their life, you know. So, yeah, man. The Glazers at the moment, they are winning, man. They're winning. The money's in. They got the Ronaldo money, you know. Fans are still turning up, selling out Old Trafford. No one wants to really leave, you know. No one really wants to take a real protest, you know. The last one did something, sent messages, but it wasn't enough. Like, it really wasn't enough. What changed? Except for they gave us Varane, Ronaldo and Sancho. They still didn't increase the capacity of Old Trafford. Did they modernize the stadium? They didn't do the real work. You know, did they hire new coaches? No, they bought you scrubs that were from the under 23s from other teams. You know, that's what they did. So they're not serious, man.
They're not serious. Abdi says, would you take Allegri if he became available? Absolutely. I'd take any top quality manager. I'd take any top quality. Big up Ahmed in the cut as well. Dan says, yo, hold tight, everyone inside. Yo, Dan, message me so I know it's you, my G. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm going to mod you because I don't believe you are modded. So if that is you, let me know. And I'll add you to a mod. Big up Winter Surfer with the super chat. He says, Flawless, celebrate with me. Both our teams won. Winter Surfer, respectfully.
What team does he support?
He's a Chelsea fan. You know what I'm saying? He always running bants. You know what I'm saying? Always running bants. Eddie says, Ole Gunnar Glazer is the biggest problem in my opinion. Also, Daddy says, big up Flawless when you're going live for Relegation Watch. Relegation Watch is Fridays. It's Fridays, 7 p.m. Fridays on Mimi TV. So make sure you go subscribe to her Twitch, people. That's the sister network of Sarcasm City TV, MIMI TV __. Mods, please put it in the chat as well. Don't forget as well, Ivorian Spice, Red United TV is his channel, and the link's in the title right now. So click on it right now as you're watching this live. The show will keep going, and then you go subscribe to his channel. Road to 3K over there for him. So go sub to his channel for great content as well. And Dan, you're right. Glazers on the board don't know shit about football. Facts. Gary 99 says, big up the ManDem, Flawless, my G, big up to you as well. And Man says, if I was a Manchester United fan, I'd direct my frustration to the Glazers because we all know Ollie is trash and he ain't sacking himself. So it's up to the board to sack him, all on them. It's all on them to an extent. Mm-hmm. He has to take some self-awareness. Being ignorant how do I put this now? I don't ignore ignorance, even though if someone else is being more ignorant. Like, that's what I say. Because are the Glazers ignorant? Absolutely, 110%. Is Ollie ignorant? No, 110%. And the Glazers worse, yes, because it is their job. If a man's not good enough at his job and someone has the power to sack him and they refuse to, that's on them. That's their mistake. That's their issue. However, he has to take some responsibility. We just seen Gattuso do it at AC Milan. Gattuso left. Gattuso is a massive, for those that don't know, Gattuso is a massive AC Milan legend, big legend, won everything there with him, won Champions Leagues, won Serie A's, etc., quality midfielder. He's managing their club legend, by the way, AC Milan legend. Gattuso left AC Milan. He was in charge, he left, and he also didn't take any compensation because he said, I love the club. So he took no money because he realizes he's not up to the standard of the job. Ollie's a Manchester United favourite. You played for us. You know how much this club means to us. You know how much it means to you. So why can't you leave? Resign. People are like, oh, would you leave the Manchester? Yes, I would leave a job if I wasn't good enough at it. One, if you're not good enough at it, and two, if you're not being given the best possible platform to succeed. I've left jobs in real life where they haven't given me the best. They haven't given me the best platform to succeed. So I'm like, you man are setting me up to fail. I ain't staying there. So I got to struggle because you man don't want to help. Yes, it's nowhere near the money Ollie's making, but Ollie's not broke. Ollie's a millionaire already. It's not like he's broke.
He's gonna eat.
Yeah,
if he gets,
he's not gonna starve.
He eats. He's still gonna be a millionaire after he walks. You get me? Yeah. His children's are set for the next 2-3 generations. That's why I have no sympathy of wishing man to be sacked. It's a different story if I was wishing Flawless to be sacked because he's just a regular guy now. Yeah, and if he gets sacked, I might affect his whole livelihood.
Yes.
With Ollie, it's different. He gets sacked. He gets a compensation. Who gets 5 million or 7 million in compensation? You can't feel sorry for a man like that. You can't tell me, Patrick, or Ivorian Spice, you're evil for thinking like that. No, it's not. Because he's going to eat.
He's going to eat. He's fine. And he was rich before he got here. He's going to be fine. And he'll get a manager's job or something.
Table.
Facts. Paratisi is a reason why Conte came in too. He worked with him at Juve. That probably adds into it too. He probably, like I said, he's negotiating from a place of leverage. They went in for him previously in the summer. He said no. Now they've come back. So now he's like, right, I'm the A side here. So you have to bend to my wills or I'm leaving you lot to it. You lot know what happened last time you didn't get me. You got Nuno and look how it all went south quickly. Expeditiously it did. So I could see that happening.
And Dan says, because he's a true director of football, bro. Unlike our scrubbish director of football that has no control of anything, bro. Like, if I don't know what happened to our technical director of football when we lost 5-0. Were they involved in this discussion? Yes or no? I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, I hear that. Dan says, I don't think Zidane has any interest in England. Why hasn't he already gone somewhere? He's been chilling for time. I don't think anyone's approached him. Again, I think Zidane comes to England. 100%. It's just reassure him. You know what I'm saying? In that, why would he not come? Maybe the weather. That's the only thing I can think of. But just add a few zeros in that, and I'll make that rain disappear quick.
Honestly speaking, it is the weather. That's the Manchester weather.
The weather's not the best.
But if the paycheck is great and the support mechanism is great,
if you offer me, 10 million a year, I'll move to wherever you want me to move to. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's Manchester, London, the Ivory Coast, Wakanda, New Asgard, Old Asgard, Springfield, Quahog, Woodcrest. It don't matter. For 10 million a year, I'm wherever you want, Antarctica, South Pole, North Pole. I go live in the bottom of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? In that, for 10 million a year, are you crazy?
Definitely.
Like money. Look, Conte was a prime example of this. He didn't want to go to Spurs like 2-3 months ago. Now he's there. What's changed? They just reassured him. They just threw a few more zeros, reassured him about something. That's all I'm saying. I think Zidane comes if we approach him. 100%. Yo, Flawless, what a big man. I already went and got my beers for today. I'm going to need it. Yeah, man, you prepped. You ready. You know what time it is. Yeah, go on, fam.
Well, that's the thing. What's not to say no about Manchester United? The only thing I can think of is maybe the setup is not right. Like, if you look at the structure, maybe that's the only thing that can be like, no. But apart from that, the name Manchester United still holds weight. I keep saying this before. Man United holds weight, bro. If Man United come up to me and tell me they want my gal right now up in the altar, I'm going to look at him and be like, what you doing? Man United want you. Go. You heard them. That's exactly. That's how much clout and weight Man United holds. So when you tell me what manager can you get or who's available, who's available. We're Manchester United. Doesn't matter where you are. If you're occupying the job, we call you and say, what? We want you. Like, what you saying? You get me? And I guarantee you that person will drop whatever they're doing and come to Manchester United. Just like Romero left his clothes behind, his kids behind, and told the kids that daddy's gonna go. He has something that's really important that will change his life. Man didn't take his clothes. He didn't take his clothes. He left his family behind, went to the airport and got to Manchester to sign that contract and said, you know what? I'll sort out everything in Manchester. That's the type of shit that we do, bro. That's that much clout Manchester United holds. So all this who's available is nonsense talk. Who's available talk is because we're moving cheap. We want to get someone on the free. But no, we don't care about who's available. We pay the compensation. Why do Man United make so much money? Why do they break revenues? Are you scared to spend 20 million to get someone out of a contract?
Talk about it.
No, honestly speaking, man. No,
talk about it. You spot on there.
No, spot on, man.
Eddie says people saying he played 5 at the back. That wasn't a 5 at the back. It was 8 with Ronaldo and Cavani running around like headless chickens. Mazza. Interested here from Mojo.
And still played 2 defensive midfielders.
Yeah, still played McFred, with 3 centre backs. Bear in mind, 2 of the 3 centre backs playing with his. Yeah, because Varane and Maguire both played. 2 out of the 3 of the centre backs are his signings. Wait. Yeah, they did because Shaw was left wing back. Have you seen fixtures in March and April? Those fixtures are similar to these October and November. So if a man stays the whole season, top 4 is going to be gone and we might be in Europa. I was just looking at the fixtures from March. So March, obviously 5th of March. So we go City away, Spurs at home, Liverpool away, Leicester at home, Everton away, Norwich at home, Arsenal away. And then we got Brentford at home the end of April. Like I said, if you don't go by this month, I think he's here for the season. I do legit think he is. Yeah. Well, this is true. Zigo made an interesting point. Big up, guys. Flawless, do you think we'll fall out of top 4 seeing how Spurs have Conte? This could happen. 100%. He might be gone at the end of the season, actually, because Spurs could finish. Spurs are now, genuine contenders for top 4. Before, I thought they could maybe challenge. Now they can compete.
Why
with Conte, they now can compete.
Exactly so. No one calls us genuine contenders. They always dismiss us because they say the manager we have. I remember when Spurs were second last season, they genuinely believed Spurs can win the league because of why? Yeah. Because of Jose Mourinho. But they dismissed us, even though we were sitting second place. It's like, I don't think Man United can win because of the manager they have. It is what it is. Like, come on, man.
You know what?
I'm tired, man.
Yeah, you spitting. And that's the thing is now they are genuine contenders with him. So if we finish outside the top 4, they will sack him. Because we've seen him do it to Mourinho, we've seen him do it to Van Gaal. I've always said, if it looks like we're not going to finish top 4 or we don't finish top 4 come the end of the season, they'll sack him. No way you can sign Sancho, Varane, and Ronaldo and finish 5th. Or outside, they'll get rid of him.
Yeah, and so there's no way you can sign, I will let you sign 75 million and F with my money like that, bro. No. Where's the ownership in the Glazers? I should be sending a message to Oli right now, bro. Yo, I gave you 75 million. What are you doing with my money?
Facts.
We're doing my money.
And Dan says Zidane might have analysed the board and Glazers and might not be on it. Maybe he sees that it's set up for him to fail. Klopp decided he didn't want to come before. Maybe that is a possibility. However, I don't think it's set up for him to fail because you can be successful here. And you're saying Klopp didn't want to come here. Klopp ain't happy with FSG. That could happen. Klopp trying to spend peas. You know what I'm saying? It's Klopp trying to spend, but he on a budget. He balling on a budget in Liverpool and when he wins nothing this season, he go look at it and go, what am I doing here? Because I'm getting the most out of what's it called? I'm getting the most out of the team I have and the squad I have. The resources he has, because it's not the best resources. Liverpool's first 11, we know is fire. After that, not much so. Much so. Look at their bench.
And to add to Zidane, guys, I genuinely believe that Zidane would like a chance to go to manage Manchester United, because at the end of the day, he's a man that wants to be challenged. He's done it elsewhere. He's done it in France. He's done it in Italy. He's done it in Spain. But he's never tested himself in England as a player, even though I don't feel like he fancied England at that time, the Premier League. Yeah. But he's a man with ambition, and he'll probably say, you know what? I want the challenge. I want to be that guy that makes the change at Manchester United. That name's Zinedine Zidane. He wants to be that guy that changes our fortunes, So I feel like he would be interested. I don't understand why people don't think he would. Maybe it's because of the whole structure. But apart from that, how can you say no? Why would Zidane not be interested in coming to Manchester? The sun, weather, and all that stuff doesn't matter, man. It doesn't really matter, man. No one says I don't want that job because of the weather down there is not that great. No one ever said that. When money speaks, you're like, just like Flawless said, when money speaks, I'm going, bro. It can be a blizzard. I can live in a Sahara desert.
Yeah, facts.
I'm
for
there,
10 million
bro.
a year. 10 million.
We could have hurricanes every year, like 3 times in a year, but I must still be there. You get me? So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Amen says, yeah, but wouldn't you say the Gattuso situation is an exception? 99% of managers don't resign on their own, and there is a financial motive as well with the severance package. Yeah, I agree. It is an exception, but that's just me showing it can be done. Like, Gattuso's a man of integrity. He's a man of quality. He's a bigger legend for AC Milan than Oli is for Manchester United.
Exactly so.
And he did that. So I'm saying if someone the level of Gattuso can do that, someone the level of Gattuso can do that, why can't Oli do that and others do that? Like, that's showing integrity. That's realized there's nothing wrong with self-awareness. There's nothing wrong with that. Confidence is very important. Yes, especially when you're competing at the top level in anything, especially football. Confidence is, but then you sometimes you have to know when rival fans are singing your name, it's time to leave. That's an indicator.
Exactly
What more
so,
of a
man.
big indicator do you need? When you get beat 5-0 by Liverpool, that's an indicator. When you lose to Villarreal at home on penalties, that's an indicator. When you lose 6-1 to Spurs, that's an indicator. When you have one team to compete with last season for the Premier League in Manchester City, one team, and you can't do it, that's an indicator. You have to compete with one. Now you have City, now you have Liverpool on top of that, you have Chelsea on top of that, Spurs are now in the fray. It's a wrap, man. Shows done just self-awareness. That's all it is.
You know what? Yeah, is the situation is. I feel like there's only one person that can really, really save us and make this guy actually be self-aware of his failures. It's just Ollie's wife, bro. The pillow talk nights, bro. Tell your husband he's not good at this job, that he needs to leave. Because women are very powerful in a man's career. You know, they can make them go wherever they want, you know, in terms of they can make that decision for them. They probably tell them, nah, you should look for a new job. And when your wife says, I'm not happy because you need to make more money or a new job, you probably have to do that. And you probably have to listen to your wife as well, because it's your wife, you know. So we need to start hanging our hopes on that. Ollie's wife eventually tells him, honey, you know you're not good at this job. Please just leave. The kids are being bullied at school. We need to leave this country. You know, but I don't even want Ollie to leave the country, but I just want Ollie to leave Earth. Just leave the ends, leave the country, and then leave Earth. Because I don't ever want to see you ever again.
Yeah. I hear you, fam. I fully hear what you're saying. Like, it's peak. It's peak. Danny, not sure in it. You'll have to tune in on Friday. Not sure you'll be on the panel. Not sure. But just make sure you lock in. It'll be myself, probably a few others. Dan says we're not getting top 4. This is a possibility. Now Conte's in. That's a gem. Before, I said at the start of the season we'll finish top 4 off the players alone. But now I believe with the Spurs squad they have and the manager they have, they can now genuinely compete. Everyone else, I thought they might fall short at Leicester, at West Ham, at Everton, etc., because of the quality of their teams. However, now you've got someone who is a winner in Conte, someone who's won big trophy. He's won the Premier League before. He's won Serie A before. He'll demand respect. He'll get sick, and the Spurs do have a good. Even though Kane's been out of sorts, I think he can get the most out of Kane. You got Son there, you got Ndombele, you got Højbjerg, you got Romero, you got Reguilon. So you've got the makings of a team. I think Reguilon's going to do bits in the wing-back position for them. Definitely. And he'll get reassurances of his recruitment as well. So I can see him definitely in January maybe buying a player or two, and then summer going heavy. Like being given, not a war chest, because I don't think Spurs will go like that, but we'll see Spurs spending a lot more money than we've seen them spend. And maybe they decide to cash in on Kane if someone comes in for him and they reinvest that money. Maybe. He's one of them.
Well, you never know. Kane might just decide to stay because of a proven winner of a manager of Conte. Like you'll definitely see a different Spurs in the next coming weeks, man. Because you know Conte's going to drill them. He does 2 training sessions, which I'm quite shocked that some of these players only do 1 training session. Because I'm the type of manager that will make you do two training sessions in a day, bro. I want you super fit and super competent in the way I want you to play football. You know. So yeah, I'm in belief, and you'll definitely see a better Kane. You'll see a better Son, a fitter Kane, a fitter Son, a better midfielder, and a better defensive structure. So Tottenham will be hard to beat. They definitely will be hard to beat. So the next time we play them, it might be difficult. It'll be interesting, man. And look again, we're probably going to be able to see Conte install his style within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Unlike our manager, it's taken 3 years plus for him to implement a style that we still don't know what our style is. You know,
I don't know what it is.
I've heard him in conference, you know. He said that, he doesn't believe in having a style or philosophy, you know, he just believes in playing in many different ways, you know,
idiot.
The occasion and that kind of stuff. You know, the stuff that you don't really want to be hearing, you know, the stuff that pisses you off. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. A manager just doesn't know nothing about tactics. And I have to ask you guys a question, because people were having a go at me. wouldn't it be nice to hear some tactical analysis from a manager once in a while? I understand he doesn't have to, especially like in pre-match conferencing when they ask him how you're going to approach the game. You know, obviously as a manager, you don't want to give your game plan away, but at least say something like, "Oh, we're going to be tight at the back."
Yeah,
I don't want to be
here's the
giving
thing.
passion and
Adding on to
desire.
that,
Or it's about who wants it more and hunger.
I want him to break down when. Sorry to cut you off. When we lose games, he never says anything tactical as to why we lost. It's always we need to run harder. We need to cover more ground. It's never no tactical insight. It's never no. Maybe we should have played free in midfield to combat their free. Maybe we should have. You know what I'm saying? We should have pushed higher up the pitch. Maybe it was too high and we should have dropped off. Maybe we should have squeezed better. There's never anything. There's never any tactical insight when we lose games, which is very worrying. It's always running hard yards, passion, desire, kissing the badge, knee slides, all this stuff. That's what it is all the time.
I'm not wrong because people feel like I'm going a bit too far because I'm actually a toxic Ollie out fan now. I've gone to that. I'm in the dark alleyways, dark corners. That's what he's led me to these days. You know, you get me. So like. People just think that, no, I'm going a bit too far. But I just want to hear something, some reassurance to make me think that, like, he knows something, you know? Because I understand that Klopp doesn't always do it, but Klopp will be happy to talk to you about tactics and his philosophy. I've seen him do it on Sky Sports on the Monday Night Football. And it astonished me. It made me think, wow, this guy's knowledgeable. The same thing with Pep and Tuchel. They will sit on the table, whatever they have, even if they got pennies, they start putting their pennies in formation and start talking about tactics and formation. You heard Tuchel had a meeting, a dinner meeting with Pep, and they just talked football. Talk about the matches and how did you do X, Y, and Z and that. And I believe that our manager doesn't even do this. He doesn't do none of this.
He doesn't. Absolutely not. That man says the only way I think Zidane comes to United if you present an offer he can't refuse. But I always had a feeling Zidane would only manage Real Madrid, Juventus, and the French national team. I hear with that. I agree with the first sentence in terms of presenting him an offer he can't refuse. I think he's managed Madrid already. Juventus makes sense because he played for them, and the French national team and PSG had added into that. However, I can definitely see him coming to Manchester United. We're still Manchester United in name. So Zidane, if we put it this way, if United make an offer to Zidane, he'll talk. He's not going to shut it down. He'll be open to the conversation. Like he'll have the negotiation. It might not go through, but like why not? It depends. Like I said, yes, maybe he's waiting on the French national job, which could happen. Same with PSG, depending on. But maybe we go in for him and he's like, you know what? Let me take this Manchester United job now.
Yeah, maybe we all know that. We all know that if Zidane goes for the job and they hire him, he's definitely not a yes man because you've seen him walk out on Real Madrid for less, like especially when he didn't want to go in the direction that he wanted to go. He left. He left twice. He never got sacked. He resigned twice. So it says it all, man. So I feel like if he was to come, it will definitely be on his terms, and they definitely have to abide to his rules, man. So if he was to get Zidane, I'll be so excited because I know that they've taken him under his terms, and they would have to change a lot of things. But yeah, I can understand where other people are coming from. They don't believe because of the way our structure is. Just like the Ten Hag situation as well. I'm interested in Ten Hag. I like him. But would he come to Manchester United? Yeah, knowing the structure, you know. Would he come to Manchester United if they were allowed to take Edwin? I said the wrong Ed. Edwin van der Sar. Sorry, Edwin van der Sar. That's blasphemy, bro. I can't believe I was about to call you Ed Woodward. But yeah, they'll take Edwin van der Sar with him and including Mark. Dennis Bergkamp or Mark Overmars that's there at the moment. One of them is there as director of football.
I think it's Overmars.
I think Ten Hag will fancy that if we can actually do that. I would love to be the one that tells the Glazers get rid of Ed Woodward and Matt Judge because they're running the club day to day. They're the reason why we're in this situation. Under his tenureship, he's a failure. And what we're hearing that he's afraid to sack Oli because he doesn't want to sack another manager under his reign. You know, it's because once he sacks Oli, he's gonna have to accept the fact that he's been a failure in his job on the football side. The money side, he's been successful, but on the pitch, on the football side of the matters, he's been a failure, and he doesn't want to accept that, and that's his stubbornness and his ego. So it's on him as well. Like Ed Woodward, it's always on him as well, man. He can make things happen.
Yeah. He can, but he refuses to. It's just incompetence from the owners all the way down to the manager. YG says, apparently in January, we promised him to get 2 free players with Conte. Yeah, that makes sense. And that's probably something in the previous negotiations that Spurs said no to. But now it's probably more. I can see that happening. Unja says Zizou had world-class players in every position. Let's not exaggerate. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. We're not about to do this. No, he didn't.
We're not going back to it because before he took over Real Madrid, in January, they had Rafa Benitez and they were piss poor with these players. And he came in and transformed them, made them into winners, and win 3 back-to-back Champions League in a row.
Yeah.
Do you think that's easy? That's exhausting,
Facts.
as a manager. It's not normal for a manager to win 3 Champions League back-to-back. Drake didn't make back-to-back. He made back-to-back. So you know that it's not normal,
That's right.
Honestly speaking.
That's right.
It's true. Like I hate when people say that. It's the same thing with Pep. They said, "Oh, Pep is not all that, man. He had Messi."
No, he's cold. Pep's cold. Like, let's stop. We're not going to do that.
Done the same thing. He done the
Pep's
same
cold.
thing at Man City. Like give these managers.
So,
it takes a lot. It takes real quality to win.
Did Zidane have world-class players? Yes. Did he have them in every position? No, of course. Like Benzema, Ronaldo, Bale, cold, all world-class. Casemiro, Modric, Cruz, yes. Varane, Ramos, yes. He was the right back. Was it Carvajal?
Yes.
Carvajal's not world-class. Carvajal's not world-class. And that's with any team. This is not what we're going to do. Because if it was that the case, every team that has world-class players in most positions would win everything. And that's not the case.
And that wasn't with the case. And let me add to that. It wasn't the same situation with the Galacticos of Ronaldo, Beckham, Zidane. They only won 1 Champions League, and they had world-class players in every positions. And what happened? Did they win?
That's not what we do.
No, they had years of not winning, and they just scrapped the whole Galactico situation. So to add to that, you're kind of wrong, man.
That's not what we're doing.
Players don't mean
we are not.
You can win everything.
Yeah. Does it help? Absolutely.
Yeah, it does.
Same way with Pep. Does it help? Absolutely. But that's not what we're going to do. United's predicted lineup. So this is predicted. So we're just saying True De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Shaw, Telles, Fred, McTominay, Bruno, Cavani, Ronaldo. This is bad for us. Yeah, it's no surprise to hear the back 5. The only surprise in that is Telles. I would not expect him to play Telles as a wing back. That's the only surprise.
Wait. So you're telling me Shaw's
this is the predicted lineup. Yeah, sure. I like Shaw as the left. I like Shaw as the left side of centre back.
It's the thing about it. You like it, but it's like it says a lot about the manager trusting his squad, man. Like you can't give everybody a run. It's that hard. Like Shaw hasn't been fantastically great in the last
he hasn't played well the whole season, fam. The whole season.
Yeah, you can't give someone else a chance in the back to play with Maguire and Varane. I thought that having Baye there would better our chances. And then play Telles on the wing back because he deserves a run because Shaw's been terrible. This is the type of thing that really annoys me about the manager. If this happens to be true, I'll be genuinely annoyed, man. And in fact, I'm even more annoyed that you're playing 5 at the back against Atalanta. Atalanta, the lost city.
Yeah. Facts. Jax. We're only 2 points at top of the group. We've been here before, aka last year. We know how that ended. That's what I'm saying, Eddie. That's why if we lose today, and then we're 3rd in the group and then get packed by City, he could be gone. People forget it can become very toxic. Like, so we got smashed by Liverpool, then it was, he's got 3 games to save his job. Yes, he beat Spurs. If you go back and check the predictions in this tough run of fixtures, I said Spurs was the only W I picked. Yes, we beat Spurs, even though I thought it would be a draw or loss, looking at how bad we were. But Spurs were even worse. However, it can turn. We lose today. Ollie out's trending. We lose today, and we're 3rd in the group. Ollie out is trending. And then we have City Saturday. And then the board have a long time. Well, not a long time. The board have a period of time during international break.
You said something that just made me even more upset.
Well,
all these ManDem black. How many times has Ollie out trended since he's been in charge?
A lot of times.
It's a lot. Can you not take note of that? Like, why is our manager always trending each time we lose? As an owner, you should be aware of that, bro. That says enough for you to get rid of him. You know, how many times has Ollie out trended? Several times, but yet you keep him and you're happy.
It is, and Eddie's right here. It can all change in a heartbeat. That's the thing is. MN says, but I heard the Glazers haven't even contacted any managers during this poor run. There were reports that Conte went to United and they told him you will wait for a while because they're backing Ollie at the moment. That just lets me know Ollie's under pressure. The fact that these reports are being reported and these things are being said lets you know that Ollie's under. And I said this is how you know Ollie's under pressure because the board never have to come out and back a manager who is his job is safe. You never hear Chelsea board come out and back Tuchel. Same with Liverpool with Klopp and same with City with Pep because their man's job's safe. The only time you start hearing about reports about clubs talking to other managers is when the manager is under some form of pressure. Ollie's under pressure. The pressure's still on. Yes, the Spurs win kind of kind of relieved it a little bit, but that's only a little bit. That's only a little bit, because if we lose today, Ollie outtrends. And we could lose today, because we know how bad our away record is in the Champions League. It's awful. I think we won 2 out of 8, 2 out of 9, something like that under Ollie. It's relegation form. That's why we ended up in the Europa League. Because our away form is terrible. I swear it's like 2 out of 9 or something like that. Someone in the comments will know. Abdallah says, big on my Duns, flawless and spice in the cut. Come on, big up to Abdallah every single time as well. And Kind of Devil said it there. I'm not sure on Zidane, but anyone who can win the Champions League 3 times in a row is world class. People underestimate how hard that is to do. Teams don't win it back to back. There's no team since the inception of the Champions League, since it became the Champions League, that has won that competition 2 times in a row. And there has been some Barcelona sides. Great Barcelona sides haven't done it. Great Manchester United sides have done it. We've been talking about Gattuso. Great AC Milan sides have done it. Mourinho's Inter Milan side, even though he left, that side didn't do it. It's extremely tough to win it back to back. He won it 3 times in a row, and they won it 4 out of 5 years, because Ancelotti, I think, won it the year before.
Exactly. Yeah. Ancelotti won it like the year before.
Yeah,
and then he won.
And then there was a gap, and then he won it 3 times in a row. Like this is, and Zidane won La Ligas as well. He went back and won the Liga.
And World Club Championship, whatever, and even as a player, bro. As well as a player as well, he's won trophies, man. So yeah, man, you can't discredit someone like Zinedine Zidane. It's not.
And let me get to this. To Unja, okay, so you wouldn't. So you're not wrong in what you're saying, because I named through it. 10 out of the 11 players are world class. So was Pep at Barcelona. 10 out of the 11. So you wouldn't have Pep at United. Please answer that, Unja. Would you not have Pep at Manchester United? That's what I want to know. Please answer that question, because I don't understand the logic here. Because that's exactly, Pep had world-class players at Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and look what he's doing in the Premier League. What's the difference? You tell me. Bear in mind, Zidane has a better record than Pep.
I think he needs to remove Gareth Bale, because I don't remember Gareth Bale playing too tough. You forgot Casemiro, though.
Yeah, he didn't add in Casemiro, but yeah, I get his point. But yeah, it's 10 out of 11. We've established this.
But even, it doesn't matter. Even if you have 10 or 11 World Cup players, like I said, you can't. Even if you have 10, 11 players, it's not guaranteed that they will play to the level that you want them to play, because all 11 players have egos. They're all world-class players. To get them level on song with each other is difficult enough, because everyone has an ego. Everyone has a reputation. Every single player that you see there have their own reputation as well. And they probably challenge each other and everything. So it's not easy to get 11 players, world-class players, to group together and win things and play for the team. Because before Zidane came, there were a lot of individual brilliance FC as well. Real Madrid was individual brilliance FC. Then when you saw him take over, you saw a team that was tactically well drilled. Like then everybody knew their role. It was said so many times, And then look at Real Madrid. Okay, look at Real Madrid now after Zidane left. And then when they had to get him back, because they got so much world-class players, they weren't able to win anything after he left.
Yeah, they had to get him back for him to come back and then win La Liga. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Exactly so.
100%.
Point proven.
That head says, flawless, bro. You keep dreaming. You keep dreaming. This man ain't going anywhere, unfortunately. I'm going to keep dreaming, because this is the last of the dream if you don't go this month. If you don't go this month, show's over. We're stuck with him to the end of the season if he doesn't go this month. So I'm still standing by he goes in this next international break, in between after the City game and before the Watford game. I can see it happening 100%. And Abdi, you're right, but it's not easy to gel top players together as a team like Zidane did. Man United had world-class players when we won it in 99 and 08. Yeah, all teams, I don't know why he's being criticized for that. I'm saying, see, having world-class players mean nothing, as you're seeing with United right now. Man United squad is crazy talent, and look at them now. Management is underrated by many. Yeah, people sleep on management. Look how the way Conte's got us looking different at Spurs, and he's not even managed a game yet.
Exactly so.
Conte's not even managed a game yet, and we're already looking at Spurs different simply because of the manager we have in charge. Chelsea is the same. We didn't take him serious when they had Lampard. Let's keep it real. We didn't look at him as a serious threat. Now they have Tuchel in charge. They're my favourites to win the Premier League and have been. And I think they go deep into the latter stages of the Champions League too. Yes, you need quality players to be successful. However, people underestimate top quality managers. People really, really sleep on it. People really do.
They really do.
Yeah, man. They brought him back. I even forgot they brought back Zidane. He's actually a G man. They brought him back and they won the Liga. And they won the Liga when they brought him back. And I think that was a Ronaldo-less league. I mean, Ronaldo-less Real Madrid. I don't think he was there.
Yeah, it was a Ronaldo-less Real Madrid because Ronaldo left the same year as Zinedine Zidane as well.
Okay.
So yeah, big up to him, man. You know, the funny thing about it, they got us Manchester United fan looking at other managers, looking at other teams, saying that, oh, that would be nice. It's the same situation as like when you're with your girl and you see some next brother as a couple do something nice for his girl, and your girlfriend looks at you like, that would be nice. I look at Ed Woodward the same, like, Ed Woodward, that would be nice. That football that they play would be nice. Can you do something about it? Do something about it. Like, we're out here looking at other managers. Just we at one point we was even looking at Nuno, like, you know what, Nuno would be nice. That's how desperate we are at this situation.
So desperate we is, yeah. Facts. It is desperation. It's desperation time.
Any manager that plays good football in the Premier League will looking at that situation and be like, oh, you know what, he's not bad. Even the Brentford manager will look at him like thinking, you know what, he ain't that bad. You know, Brentford play good football. He probably not even right for the job, but we don't mind. This is where we are.
It's peak.
We just want to play good football. We just want to see good football.
We do. We legit at that point where it's like, yo, just play us good football. That's legit. That's it. Like, share, subscribe, support the Sarcasm City family. We continue to bring you brilliant content, bants, analysis, and excellent delivery of facts on a consistent basis. Big up to Black Diamond in the cut. Make sure you hit the like button on the video, people, whether you're watching this live or watching this back. Subscribe to the channel as well, Sarcasm City TV. Road to 4K, people. Road to 4K. So let's get the likes up. There's over 40 of you lot watching. So let's go up to 40 likes. Don't forget, Ivorian's channel is in the title as well. Red United TV, people. So click on it right now. This show will keep rolling and you can go subscribe. And you can catch him over there as well.
Know. I'm on a road to 3K, man. I'm trying to grow like you.
Road to 3K. Go help him get to 3K and help us get to 4K. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Keenan, I hear you, man. Man says Flawless, we may as well watch the T20 World Cup. United are dead out here. And I'm still hoping he's gone, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm still hoping. Ashley says, we got Ollie, we got to accept it. Never. I never will. The only way anything happens with him leaving is that he wins nothing again at the end of the season. They fail to get a DM next season and the fans will start complaining. I think, like I said, I don't think all is lost because the tough run of results, tough run of fixtures is still here, including tonight. The two games coming up before the international break. I'll say it again. Atalanta away is not easy, specifically with our away record in the Champions League. See, I've watched City a few times this season. They've been cold and I've watched them. They're going to walk through us. They're going to walk through us. It could be Liverpool 2.0.
You know, I'm so glad that, because you know what I actually clocked? I was actually upset when they lost the match. I was like, oh shit, I'm scared for whoever plays them next because they're bloody angry. That's the thing about the City. When they lose, they're angry. Yeah. The next team gets it. And luckily that's Club Bruges, so it's not us on the lucky side. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Let's just hope for the best, then, guys.
Love that. Keenan says, just sub to Red United TV, get the numbers up. Make sure you go and do that. Winner Surfer, yes, NBA is tonight on Twitch. So don't forget, people, we'll bring you the watch along on here on the YouTube channel. That's Atalanta versus Manchester United. I'll start at 7:30 p.m. Every Manchester United watch along on the channel will always start half an hour before kickoff. Then the recap, obviously, you'll catch me on Rance's Twitch. Salute to my Don Rance and Bants on Red Talk. And then after that, there'll be the NBA games on Twitch. We've got the first game is, I'll tell you right now what the first game is because I legit forgot off the top of my head. What the first game is Mavs and Heat. So yeah, it's the Dallas Mavericks versus the Miami Heat, and then you got the LA Lakers versus the Houston Rockets. But these are all on the upcoming live stream schedules as well, people. Black Diamond says, with Pep, Klopp and Tuchel and now Conte, if people think Ollie's going to surpass all them man there, you must be insane. Yeah, no chance. Carragher said it best. He's like, I'm not criticizing Ollie. He's like, is he good enough to compete with Klopp, Pep and Tuchel? No, he's not. United need to go and get the best in class. And he said to Gary Neville, he said, I'm using your words. Why can't you go and get the best in class just because it failed with Mourinho and Van Gaal? So we just stop. So you're going to stay in a relationship that's bad just because you don't know if you can get anyone better. That's stupid. That's dumb logic in life. That's stupid.
Exactly so.
Yeah. Unja says you cannot compare this United team to that Real Madrid team in any way. Nobody compared the United team to the Real Madrid team. Nobody said that. I'm not saying world-class players means trophies, but Tuchel doesn't win the Champions League without that team, and the Pep example is out of context. How is it out of context? I'm using your example. You said he has all world-class players. Did Pep not have all world-class players at Barcelona, bar one? Did he not have all world-class players at Bayern Munich? So what's the difference? And then he came to England and won. I'm asking you, what's the difference? It's not out of context. You just don't like the question I'm asking. What's the difference? Because they don't fit your argument. That's what it is. Where else? Yeah. Did Chelsea stop getting world-class managers after Jose? Absolutely not. It's dumb logic. Pac Bandit says Ollie ain't getting top 4 he might not get top 6. Hey, with the way it's going, he might not get top 6. You're right. But we don't play a Spurs side that bad every week. So you're right. Like 100%. Let's keep going.
And I'm so keen on seeing the boards, the way they will act. If Oli was to remain after international break, and imagine if he was not to make it up to the next stage of the Champions League, that's 2 years in a row not being able to progress throughout the Champions League. Of course, that's a sackable offence. It was a sackable offence last year, not going through. It was a sackable offence not winning the Europa League as well. You know, it's a sackable offence when you lost 5-0 to Liverpool. So would it, if they was to keep him, that's when we know they really love this guy for some reason. There's something about him. Just like there was something about Mary, there's something about Oli, and we don't know what it's about.
Exactly what it is, from telling you. Exactly that. What else we got? Zahed says switch out Oli with any other manager in the Premier League and does where is it? And he does worse than that manager, except maybe Fark. I hear that. Marshall saying Oli in. Liverpool fans for you. Imagine your club using a win against Spurs to show that everything is all right at the club. Jeez, bro. Especially after man got sacked as well. You know what I'm saying?
I said the board was really pleased and impressed with the change of system. That's how much I cry, because they don't know ball. They really don't know ball. For them to actually compliment and go downstairs and congratulate the staff for the new way of playing or whatever, it just hurts my heart, man. It really does hurt the heart, man. It's like, really, seriously, you was impressed with that? Shit, bro. Type of guy that will be impressed with me making you beans on toast, and you just tell me it tastes delicious, the best thing I've ever had. Shit, you're that easy to impress.
Yeah. I hear that. But before we close out on here, thoughts, obviously we got Atalanta coming up. Your thoughts on the game? How do you see us lining up? What do you reckon we win, etc., etc.? Talk to me, fam.
Regarding the Atalanta game, I was a couple of weeks ago when we played Atalanta and surprisingly won 3-2. I said to myself, if we go to Italy and do that again in front of their fans, in front of their people, we'll definitely lose. So I'm going to stick with that. That it'll be a tricky game for us, a tough game, because we're playing 5 at the back and we're not allowed to be as creative as we can be. Man's restricting us. So for me, I still see Atlanta popping us regardless, man. They're going to pop it. They're going to get the sneaky win. Probably a 2-1 win for Atlanta. Even though I don't want it, I want us to win, but I feel like Atlanta will beat us 2-1. The starting lineup that you mentioned there, potentially, that someone mentioned there, potentially will be the starting lineup. I would have loved to see Eric Bailly get a chance. I want to see Tellers get a chance as well. I want them to see Sancho's get a chance, but he's out there just wasting people's money, so we'll see what happens. But they don't feel like we're going to win. I feel like I'm going to have one of those match reactions where I'm just cursing and probably cussing off certain ManDem and calling the manager a scrub again. But yeah, man, I just don't. You see my face. I don't even know what to say. Flawless. I don't know what to say.
I can tell, man. This is how fed up you are. You don't know what to say. I hear that. My thoughts on it is, yes, I see him playing 3 at the back because it worked. And I can see us getting beat simply because, one, we're playing against a team who play that formation week in, week out. As far as I know, that's their formation. Like, that's their go-to. 2, we just travel terrible. We travel terribly in the Champions League. Our away record is awful. Like, our away record in the Champions League is really bad. Like I said, I think it's 2 from 8, 2 from 9 or something like that. And it would just be like Manchester United after a win against Spurs to then go and lose, away at Atalanta. And I reckon they probably would have learned from what happened at OT, because the way they capitulated wasn't good. So they'll know that they can bop us off the park. That's what it is. So yeah, I don't expect us to get a result today. I don't at all. Even though Atalanta do have players missing, I keep hearing this as well, but they have players missing and they were 2-0 up and cruising. Then we scored the goal and then, they just capitulated. As the head says, new way of playing, which bins 75 million of talent. Yeah, because there's no plan. That's why. There's no plan. There was no plan whatsoever. What is this confirmed, Eddie? Unai Emery to Newcastle? Or are you just saying that as a suggestion because I've heard that?
No. There's been news. There's been news on.
There's been actual news.
Newcastle interested in getting Unai Emery. Also, what's his name? Favre, the ex-Dortmund manager, as well. They've been interested in him. But we'll see what happens, innit? We definitely will see what happens. Even talking about planning, sometimes I sit there and thinking, like, it would be. I said it before. I must have tweeted. I said, you know what? I wish Manchester United owners were women and people that run the club were women, because women plan. Women plan years in advance. You know, if any of you guys got girlfriends, you know right now your woman's planning something with you that's truly annoying you. Like that's something to do with next year that you're nowhere near. Like, women plan and get the shit done. And I wish sometimes Manchester United were owned by women, because women listen to our feelings. Women will listen to our feelings or your views. You get me? But these men they don't know what they're doing, bro. They just don't plan. They got zero plans to do anything.
Yeah, right. Exactly what you're saying. That is true. That women will plan to the end. You know what I'm saying? We just plan on a daily basis. We just plan on a daily basis. Like we'll figure it out when we get there.
Anyone that knows that has a woman, they know exactly the type of stress that you go through with your woman, because they plan shit that you're not even thinking about. Like, bro, like chill out, babes. Like, we're not even there. You're talking about next 2 years. Like, we're not even there yet. That's the shit that happens. That's why I rate women, bro. That's why I want women owners now, bro. Honestly,
I hear you, man. They real ones in that, fam. You hear me? Salute to all the queens out there. Dan says, so people still upset I want to lose against Spurs because look what happened when Spurs lost. Hey, Daniel, I said it already. I have no issue with that rhetoric. People are foolish. If you can't understand why you would want us to lose to get this manager out, I can't explain that. I don't understand why people don't understand that type of logic when they're saying they're planning our doom. You know what I'm saying? It's a Mazda. Where else we at? Newcastle won over Mars apparently. Okay, I did not know this. They really planning.
A director of football.
Yeah, be a director of football type of thing. Yeah. Talksport pundits already saying a draw would not be a bad result for United. Why? In the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't be. If you're talking about this qualifying, all it is if United draw if United draw today, all they have to do is beat Young Boys at home, and then they're through. Pretty much so. It makes the Villarreal game kind of irrelevant. So they should really be able to make it through, to be honest. Like, they should be able to.
They should, but we was in that predicament when we only needed 2 points for the two games.
You're right. Because, you got here. Yeah, I'm having a look right now. Yeah. I hear that, fam. Trust me. I hear that. I hear exactly what you're saying. Big up to everyone that's locked. Hit the like button on the video, man. Get me. Girls over 40. Yes, we actually have hit 40 likes. So big up to you lot. Salute to all of you lot. Yeah, Sharon. You know what I mean? That's why I said chill out, babe. You know what I'm saying? Chill out, babe. It's 2 years away. It is. But, yeah. We are going to close out the show, people. We are going to close out the show. Don't we play Villarreal after Atalanta? Yes, I made a mistake. Young Boys is the last game. You're right. Yeah, you're right, Abdi. Spot on. But we're going to close out the show. Anything you want to add, Ivorian, before we leave, and plug anything you need to promote or anything like that?
Yes, guys. Oh, of course, guys. Of course, subscribe to the channel here and also subscribe to my channel. Help me get to 3K. I am going live after the match, about 15 minutes maximum after the match for a live match reaction, which probably just lasts about maximum 20 minutes. So do tune in, guys. If we have lost to, especially tune in. If we want, come and show, man, some love in it and support, man. Man, would appreciate that. Remember to follow me on Twitter as well, Ivorian_Spice, and follow the official Instagram account of Red United TV, which is Red United TV1, guys.
Make sure you do that.
Watch my latest podcast as well, which took place yesterday as well. But
make sure you do that. You can find all his socials, Ivorians and all Red United, on my socials in it. So if you go to my Twitter and Instagram, that's me, Flawless, you'll be able to find it all. Find all his info. And like I said, his link is in the YouTube title as well. So you can click on that and it'll take you directly to his page to go and subscribe as well. Big on my brother Tox in the building, says finish the job act. He's had enough as well. You know what I'm saying? Tox has had enough. Me and Tox will be bringing a show to Sarcasm City TV. We're just trying to pattern it in the schedule, people. But we got something good we cooking up for you lot in it, like a Flawless and Tox show. So you already know it's gonna be hilarious.
I already saw you two spitting bars recently as well.
I appreciate that.
Heavy
love,
duel,
man.
Bro. If you guys do your thing, bro.
Love, man. You know what I'm saying? More music soon coming. But yeah, Tox is on it. He's saying finish the job, and I can see it happening. If we lose today, meltdown, because we'll be third in the group. Meltdown. Ollie out gonna be trending. There's gonna be meltdown, and then we play City, which is more meltdown. Then we have the international break, and then they've got time to talk to whoever, get rid of him. I think he's gone in the international break. I stand by that. Still, I stand by. I said he wouldn't make it to December, but I still stand by that he gets sacked in the international break still. But yeah, we're going to close out the show, people. Like I said, we'll be back just over an hour, 7:30 p.m. UK time. The show will start. Watch along Atalanta versus Manchester United. I'll be joined by the regular panelists, so you know we'll all be running jokes and Bants. Then I'll be on Rants and Bants' Twitch for Red Talk after the game. And then after that, it'll be the NBA streams, Mavs versus Hawks and the Lakers versus the Rockets people. And I'll be joined by the NBA panelists as well. The show, #the show must go on, man. We don't stop, man. The work keeps going, man. We don't stop.
Are you human? Like, I hear that you're not sleeping tonight or something like that. You're working throughout the whole night and doing
working throughout the whole night, fam, and again tomorrow, man. You get me? Fall asleep in the morning, wake up and go back at it, innit, man. We gotta get to work, innit. We gotta get to work. Yeah, man, because I appreciate you jumping on. I appreciate all the people in the comments. If they gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? And that they fully support. So big up to you lot, man. I hope you and the ManDem United podcast will be back 5 p.m. We're here Tuesdays, Thursdays, 5 p.m. every Tuesday, every Thursday. So whether it's and even during international break, you know what I'm saying? Even during the Euros, we kept going during whatever. ManDem United podcast will be here every Tuesday, every Thursday, 5 p.m. So big up to you lot. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.